Hi guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here, and just giving you another OLSP 50-day challenge Facebook Live video. If you don't know what I'm doing, a few days ago now, quite a few days ago, I set myself my own 50-day challenge, and one of the things that I had to do on that was to do a Facebook Live. And challenges are really good. I say this at the beginning of every live because it gives you a sense of accountability, a sense of consistency, and things like that. Because when you set yourself the challenge and you include something like this on the challenge, then it really does sort of make sure that you do it every day, even on the days where you don't feel like doing it. If you check out yesterday's video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about there. So they're a really good thing, and they help the Facebook algorithm and stuff like that, because you have to try and keep Facebook happy in order to get your posts seen and a whole lot more. So we're on now day 47. Can you believe it? So some people tried to start the challenge with me when I started out. There was actually 2 other people that said, yeah, I'll do the 50-day challenge with you. And neither of them lasted past the first 2 or 3 days because they realized that it's quite a commitment. But hey ho, we keep going. So day 47, I am on of day 50. 3 more days to go after this one. And on today's subject, I was going to touch on to easy team duplication. It's a thing that comes up quite a lot, and it's quite an important thing to have in your team, and certainly something that needs to be covered on a basis, because for one main reason, when a lot of people that come into the online industry, especially now, so more so than they were a few years ago, it's just the sort of way it's kind of, it's just the sort of way it's turned out. And I'm just having a message come through, and just reading that is from our Ills. 1 second. She said she can jump on if she wants. 1 second. So just bear with me, guys, because Ills is a busy lady and she doesn't always get to be with us lately. So sorry about that. So easy, like getting back, a lot of people online now are lazy. Lazier than they used to be. That's something what I found in my experience, because it's just the way people are and kind of how they used to be. Let's just bring Ills into the picture. Well, hello, stranger.
Hello, stranger.
I'm almost forgetting your name now because you're not with us.
Shoes.
You're not very often. Yeah, well, you do have 2. So I was surprised you haven't actually invited KC to join us.
No, leave her there. Don't be just leave her there.
Just leave her over there. Leave her over
there.
I mean, you're becoming quite part-time now. I mean, you used to be my regular little co-hostess, and now,
Yeah, and it's almost near the end.
Yes, I know. Day 47. Day 47.
3 to go.
Yeah, and I've not missed one. I've been here every single day. Every single day. So where have you been? Tell us all why you've been so busy that you haven't been able to spare us some valuable minutes of your time. What's more important than turning up on my lives?
More important. Nothing.
Nothing. That's a good answer. That's a very good. That's a very good answer. Sure, we'll leave that one there, I think. So I was talking about today's subject. Did you see what today's subject was? Probably not. She used to know. She used to ask me the night before. She used to be really good, my co-host, but she's slipping off a little bit. We're talking about easy team duplication is what I'm touching on, because easy team duplication. Do you understand what that means?
Easy team duplication. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what that means? Yeah. No. You understand? No. I'm sure you do. You're not that. What's the word? You're more clever than that. There we go. So easy team duplication, making it easy for others to come in on board and get to grips with what you're doing. Because years ago, I personally find that when I was online years ago, people used to be prepared to work a lot harder to put systems together and connect all the dots and connect the funnels, and they even if it took them 2 or 3 days, they didn't mind that. That was part of what they were doing. They seemed to be better at that a few years ago. Nowadays, in my opinion, people are a lot lazier. They want it so much easier. They want to just get on board and yeah, I could add my links, and then I'm good to go. You know, they want it as easy as possible. That's what I find. And the less work they have to do in putting the thing together. I'm not talking about actual marketing. I'm actually saying like the setup. If they've got to connect their autoresponder and put some further funnel together and edit the links, they want it easy. And the easier you have it, the better it is for team duplication. Because what happens is people just, they get stuck. They can reach out to me or you or whatever. But in a lot of programs, they don't have that contact. And they just think, oh, I can't be bothered with this. And they can't do something else because they want it easier. Would you agree? That's definitely what I see. I see it quite a lot.
Totally agree. And everybody expects it is easier. Yes, it's easier, but not that easy. It's not a one push off the button that we call it. It's work. You're building a business. What do you expect?
Yes. But they do expect that they do want it too easy. I mean, there are platforms that make it easier. I mean, like I know there's Edward Keith, who's I know a long time. He thrives very well on using Leads Leap. He puts a lot of work. He's very creative, and you can see why he does the work that he does, because he can create several pages or a complete sales funnel page, and all he has to give people is then the share code for that. They paste it into their Leads Leap. The whole thing comes in, and they just got to edit their buttons, and they're good to go. And I think that is a very important part for a lot of people. They like that ease. That I'm not talking about the actual marketing side where they need to work on DMs and advertising and all the rest of it. The putting together bit, which creates the team duplication, that people like it easy because people are so much lazier now than they used to be. It's definitely something I see quite a lot. But you're right that some people expect too much. They want the whole done for you thing, and they don't happen, do they? They who has this some done for you service? It would be nice if you could just join a program and everything was done for us. All the marketing was done for us.
Every program has that, but do you know what you're going to pay for that?
For it.
All off for you? A lot, huh?
But it's true, and even we have this. I know one of my. I've had feedback from VIPs that not your VIPs, but certain VIPs that thought they would get everything done for them when they became a VIP. And Wayne has said something very similar to me. He said they think they can do this and that's it. I can sit back, put their feet up because they're VIP now, and everything is going to be done. They just got to sit and wait for the commissions to arrive, and. When it doesn't, they're thinking, well, why did I pay all this money for? This is the mentality of some people. But I paid all this; it should all be done for me, And it's welcome to the real world. I mean, you are a VIP. You are a VIP. You must come across similar on the Zoom calls and the chats. Share your wisdom.
Yeah, but then you give them the option. Okay, what do you think? A VA cost, a virtual assistant. What do you think somebody who's making your editing cost? What? How many that costs per month? You want a free program? Bon chance. I don't think you know what it takes about cost or about how many hours you spend in that.
That's right.
We do it ourselves because we don't have that amount to give every month. No, we want to build a business with our own knowledge that we get from the program, with all the help we get in there. It's a lot, and build it.
That's right. It's a very interesting point you touched on with VAs, because I had a conversation with one of my dominators recently who was looking into the idea of hiring a VA to do some DMs for him. And I said, well, there are, I said, if this is something you want to go down, you need to consider all the options here, and he said, he said, the way I looked at it, he said, was maybe if they had out 30 messages and they can get 3 to 4 sales from these 30 messages. So I said, well, first thing, I said, do you know how many? I said, you're talking 30 active messages.
That's nothing.
And I said, 30 active messages. I said to him, you know, and I said, do you know how many messages you've got to send out to get 30 active messages, of which you may get 3 or 4 join, if there's somebody that knows what they're doing. You know, if I gave 30 active messages to you, then I would say, hey, this is good. I've got a very good chance you're going to get a good percentage of them on board, as long as they've been warmed up correctly. Somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, you know, and I said, do you realize how many messages you're going to have to send out to get 30 active messages? I said, you're talking at least 5, 6, 7 times that number, at least. I said, just to get there, I said, I can send out a batch of 30 messages and I can get 5, 6 answers, but I can send out a batch of 40 messages and get none. And I said, you know, I said that, and that's the reality of it. And then they said, oh, okay, I haven't really thought about that. I said, yeah, I said, in the real world, it'd be lovely to send out 30, 40 messages, which all get seen, all get opened, you know, and you have a conversation. I said, wouldn't that be a wonderful world to live in, Neil? So
perfect.
We'd be in a perfect world. Yes, all these people are going to answer. They're all going to engage with you, and they've got brilliant. Okay, send them over. Great. And like I said, and then, but you could have these 30 active messages as well, and have 3 or 4 maybe hot leads out of that. But if you've got the wrong people speaking to them, then what good are they? You need somebody like yourself, like myself, who's used to dealing with people and how to find out what they want and where they're at in the program, not just somebody who thinks they can do it. There's a, you know, you have hundreds of conversations a week, you know, and it's a long, slow process, isn't it, Els?
It is, and it's pushing, and the more you get, the more you learn from them, and now you know how to respond or say, okay, leave it because this is going nowhere.
Yes.
You feel it, and but still practice and still doing it.
Exactly, and you are right. You can pick up, because you'll always get the people that are the, you know, they're the trooper for their program, and their program's the best, and in the end you just think, you go with it. You go with it, and come back in 6 months when you've still not made any money. You know,
I had one.
You can't get anywhere with those people. You just can't, because they've got that wall up, and they're flying their flag for the program.
And you see, they start with one program, and then afterwards they come back in your DM and promote another program. And I think, okay, good for you. Yeah, if it's working, it's working. And then they go away, and now I'm waiting. Maybe tomorrow he comes with another program.
It's true. I mean, I'll
stick with mine.
I haven't had as many conversations as you have, but I mean, you know, you can talk directly to people without even being rude to them. I had one recently. He'd been with Live Good for 3 months, you know, and he hadn't got a single person. Because I said to him, what level are you at? And he said, I said, oh, is it too early? And he said, yeah, I haven't actually got anybody yet. And I said, you haven't got anybody yet? No, he wasn't in bronze. I said, right, okay. And I said, so we chatted about the methods he was using, and we were sort of progressing. The conversation was going well. And then he just turned around and he said, well, I'm going to give it another 3 months.
Yeah.
He said, I said, so you're going to give it another 3 months? He said, because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to get some interest. So then I said, how many tour takers are you getting on a daily basis? He went quiet. I said, do you know how many tour takers you're getting on a daily basis? No, he said. I think it's quite a lot. I said, you think it's quite a lot? I said, you should know these numbers realistically to see, you know, to know what your conversion rate is from your tour takers to people joining. And then I said, so if you think you're going to give it another 3 months, I said, where do you aim to be in 3 months' time? And he said, oh, I should hit silver by then. So I said, okay, good. I said, that's a good goal. And then I asked him a direct question. I said, can I ask you something? He said, yes. And I said, you've been 3 months, you've not even got one person in, and you're not even bronze. Can you tell me what you're going to do differently over the next 3 months that's going to take you from where you are now to silver, when you don't even know how many tour takers you're getting on a daily basis? No answer. He just he did, and I said, okay. I said, wish you all the best luck. Hope you get well with it. But then you think these people, come on, guys, get real. If you don't even know, if you're not getting the leads in, if you're not even getting free tour takers, and you don't really know how many, how are you going to be silver in a few months' time?
Silver.
Yeah, that's what he told me he's going to be. Not bronze. He was going to be silver. He's going. But hey, I know people. I love people with ambition, but come on, get real. What's going to change?
Yeah.
And I love that question. It was one of the questions I was taught a long while back.
It's not the people.
It's not a rude question. You say to me, what's going to change between now and then? And they don't have an answer. It's. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Not much.
I
wish him success, and I hope he knows what he's doing. And if he has questions, please, I do help people from Live Good and going to the Facebook and see, try this and that. If it's helping, it's helping. Well, if it's not, the program doesn't give you the tools or the education that we have to affiliate, to promote. And Live Good is promoting.
It is. It's all the same. It doesn't matter what program it is. It doesn't matter what the product is or the potion or lotion. You still got to connect with people, and and it's a very hard program now to promote because of the size of the program. So it's very competitive. But getting back to the DM, like I say, you deal with hundreds a day. You're good at what you do, but you've taken you a long day. It's taken you a long time to learn to get to that level.
Yeah, and first you do one, and now you have 8 up. You go. You do 8 at a time.
It's needed, but that is something that's one of your main areas for recruiting people, which is brilliant. But I think some people they don't realize, they don't see the work that goes behind the scenes. They don't see how many you're sending out, how many you're connecting with, because this is the conversation I was having. I said, you've got to send out so many. I said, because most of them are cold contacts. I said, you can only send so many out to your friend list. I said, so most of them are cold contacts, targeted maybe from groups or wherever. I said, but most of them are cold. And because of that reason, most of the messages are never getting seen, not even getting opened. Some may open and never respond. And I said, you've got to go through all these numbers till you finally get to people that actually see your message and answer you, and then you got a chance. Then you got this, they've actually answered, they've made contact with you, they've actually seen the message, oh yeah, hi, and then you've still got that bulk that, like you say, they're not going to go anywhere, or they don't respond, you can't even get a conversation going. You'll have one answer one day, and then they'll answer a second comment the next day, and then you can't have a conversation like that. You need someone that actually engages with you and talks to you. And that group that narrows it down until you get to this tiny group. But people don't see how many messages go out on a daily basis to get, say, like if you're getting 60 conversations a day now, the amount you're sending out has got to be huge, because that's just a numbers game. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how long has it taken you to get good at what you do? You've been doing this a long time for messaging.
No, I am that long. I'm in VIP for 2.5 months. That I'm really getting active DMing for 2.5 months. That's not that long, eh? If you do it consistently every day, you learn a lot.
Yes, I mean, you are right. A lot of conversations will follow a similar pattern. You get to know what people say, and most people are struggling. And when you have that tool that you can help them out with, because you just got to bring that wall down sometimes, because they're all, I'm doing great, which is what a natural initial reaction. Everybody's doing great, they'll tell you they're doing great. They've got a profile picture that says they're going to take people from 0 to 10K. They've not done it themselves, but they have profile picture. But it's true. This is the real world, unfortunately. But when you actually speak to them, how are they doing? Which program are they with? How's it working for them? How are you getting on? What's your best lead source? And then you start to just have this conversation with them. it doesn't take them to say, well, actually, you know, I'm really struggling. You know, I'm not getting any leads. What I've been doing is not working. You know, and it's hard out there. Some people say, oh, it's easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time and consistency, doesn't it, Els?
We do. It does take a lot of time, and we form ability groups, little ability, just to be accountable and just help each other out, because we know sometimes we struggle. We know sometimes we are not in the best time of our lives and need a little help. So we do. And I see more and more people, how are you going to say it? They don't have it, but they shouting so hard about everything that they want to have, but don't have. And I'm like, no, just say where you are now. You have a journey to pace on. You're not at 10K a month. You're not. Just show what you got now and work with it.
And you're right. It's people shouting. You're so right. And we work hard day in, day out, and sometimes results don't come in, sometimes they do. But that's just the industry we're in. But you just got to keep it going, and be that consistent. You know, I saw a post actually in the Academy group this morning, which I was going to comment on, but I didn't. But I just thought, okay. I can't remember the exact wording, but someone said, "Hey, I'm new to this group. So my friend invited me in. So I've been doing it for a while, and I wanted something that wasn't going to require too much work, because that's why I'm here." And I was like, "Hello," and I was so tempted to go, "Okay, wake up call." But I thought, no, if this is why you're here, then okay. Cool. If you have a look through the Academy group, you'll see it. That was her words. But I was like, you know, so I'm thinking someone has told you, you know, you've come from somewhere else and to here because you think it's not going to be as much work needed. Okay.
Guess again.
Rock on. Let's watch. You know. So we're obviously doing something wrong, because we're working too hard, Els, me and you, because there's obviously an easier way to do it. If only there was, you know, it's, you know, but we enjoy what we do, and that's the difference. You got to enjoy what you do. You got to be passionate about it.
I don't want to exchange this for anything anymore. I don't. No.
We've all been there.
No.
You know, there's enough here for everybody, isn't there? I mean, it's got to be a bit of everything. As I'm scrolling through the group, I was trying to find the post, but you'll see it if you scroll through it. I wasn't going to say the name, obviously. I was just going to read it out, but I can't see it at the minute. But I'll find it and I'll send it to you or something. But you know, and this is unfortunately just similar to what we touched on with the VRPs. This is this concept that people get, oh, it must be easy over there, I'm going to go over here and do it. You know, it's the work that I know how hard you work. The work that we put in behind the scenes is crazy. You know, it's crazy, and it's getting that consistency. It's doing it day in, day out, dealing with the days where you don't get much coming, you don't get any results, if the leads drop off.
It doesn't matter if it's
you know,
it is what it is, and you're doing consistently, and yeah, it's like a shop owner. Sometimes you don't have sales or people walking in. Yeah, but still you are open.
That's right. I mean, I had a few people say to me, "Oh yeah, but you know, you must have had all this before you come into OLSP." I said, "Listen, you know, I was in the industry a long time ago. I have experience and knowledge, but that's all I have. When I came back after a long back away, I said I came back with nothing, and I said I had no social media presence. My Facebook I wasn't using it. You know, I had no email list because that all gone. You know, and I said so. I literally started back from zero. And I said, I'm only really sort of 3.5 months or so down the line from when I came back to it properly. And it's still, to me, it's very much a work in process, very, very early days. I'm only just starting to get some a slightly better traction on Facebook. It's nowhere near where it should be. It's nowhere near where I needed it to be. You know, email list is growing slowly because I'm not buying leads all the time or buying traffic all the time. It's a work in progress, and it's a long-term vision you got to have. You know, but the work went in, and I got some good people on board early on. You know, most of them are still with me. You know, and they're workers, and it's followed a similar pattern to what you did. You know, I chose the people that I wanted to work with. You know, not just the first person that said, "Yeah, give me a link, go have a look." You know,
no, go look further than that.
No, don't do that. And the amount of people you still get that. Hey, yeah. Well, drop me a link. I'll have a look later on. No, I don't work like that. Sorry. You know, when you have time to talk later on, come back.
Yeah.
You know, and if they don't, hey, you know, because are they going to look at it? Probably not. If they do, what they're going to look at? You know, it's just
walk in and like this, like, oh no.
I don't like look at this. No, you know, they want to see the bells, the whistles, and all the fancy dreams. You know,
and push here, and it will happen.
Yeah, if only. But hey ho, that was the little subject today. You know, I'm getting towards the end. I think I might have to message Wayne and say you're going to come on for day 50. See if we get. Maybe I should ask my personal assistant, who's a bit closer to Wayne. Get Wayne and James on. That'd be cool. How cool would that be? You know.
Wayne and James.
Wayne and, you know, well, you're the person that can do it. You know. You have, you know, I'm going to say, look, you know, no pressure, but you know, Wayne and James, that would do, you know.
So your last day is Saturday.
It is. And you have the contacts better than I do. So you have that, you know, and your charm, obviously.
Oh, I have to use more. I had to compliment. I have to use more my mystery and my charm.
Absolutely, absolutely.
My charm.
Absolutely. You must have your charm, you know, because we all love you, as you see. That's what it is.
Oh.
You know. There we go. I even had a comment from Leah yesterday, I think it was, and she said. She commented on one of my lives that she watched back, and she said, "I'm going to try and make sure I join you for one of your last ones again," which was nice because I know it's really early for her. It's about 5 in the morning or something silly, but she's going to try. But she was like, it was quite nice because we had her on. I had her on for nearly the whole live the other day when you were. I think you had probably one of your calls or whatever, and she just happened to be on. She was up in the morning. She said, "I'll jump on." Great, but yeah. What a super person you've got there. You know, she's you know. So well done you picking her out, and a massive loss to whoever.
Well, she found me, and I was like, okay, and tell me all about you. Well, that resonated, and I was like, yes, you are somebody who works for it and going far.
And you know, full credit to you because you know, and there's so many good people like Leah out there that just need a bit of help, need a bit of guidance, and that was somebody in whoever her upline was has lost out massively from such a good from such a good from such a good person, and it just shows that these people are out there, you know, and that's all they need is a little bit. They don't care how good your fancy sales funnel is. They don't care about all your bells and whistles. They just want a little bit of help and a little bit of guidance. That's what they want, you know, and that's what when you can offer that, you get the right people, and not only they join you, they stick around, they stay because they got that belief and they're going to see it through. Makes a massive difference.
It is.
It is. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure to have you back. We miss you when you're not here, you know, because you're so busy.
I know.
I don't know what's more important than our live, but hey, you know, you've been here for a lot of them, so I can't complain. And you brought some really good people to my live, so it's been quite a journey.
It's a pleasure.
So thanks for that. It was much appreciated. I do appreciate what the effort you get to get people on board. It's made it a far better challenge having yourself on board and bringing people into the lives as well. It's much appreciated. So there we go, people. So whatever you're doing, have a great day. Catch you on tomorrow's live, same time as always. We're ticking towards the end. Day 50 is approaching, and I've not missed a day yet. Oh, and I should try and continue the lives in some form afterwards, because a few people have said to me, "Oh, you're going to carry on. You're going to carry on." You know?
Or you can join others from the VIP that are maybe starting because of you.
Really? Oh, look at this. There you go. Look, I've started a trend. You know,
Yeah, no, you start. You open the door, and they're like, "Yeah, one of our dominators is doing it. Why not?
Why not? Why aren't you doing it? I'm showing you VIPs what to do. You know, I think I should actually be enrolled as a VO. I think I should just, I'm an inspiration. I'll have a chat with Wayne. So Wayne, I think I should just be given VIP anyway, because of the leadership and the inspiration that I bring. I'm sure he'll agree.
He will.
Okay, thank you, Ilse. Whatever you're doing, people, have a great day. We'll catch you on the next live. So take care now, and we'll speak to you real soon. And bye now.